Hello everyone, it's Brian here with you for some recent vinyl finds, which I am dividing into two parts. Second part will come later. I decided to break it up because I didn't want the video to be enormously long, although I do only have 5 things, and we'll start with good news. If you watched my last video, you will remember that I was complaining, well maybe not complaining, I was noting that the new Cure record wasn't available in Toronto, possibly all of Canada. I had searched inventories online. I'd gone to a store or two. I even looked at Amazon Canada, and no one had copies, which was kind of inexplicable because I had watched channels such as Morton Estad, Gavax Men Spins, Mike's Vinyl Spiral, and some other videos popped up too of people opening and reviewing the record when it came out, and we didn't get it here. So as I was watching the election results roll in, and that, of course, is the American election, which does have an impact on us up here in terms of trade and whatnot, I saw a social media post from a record store I go to, which said something like, thanks for your patience on this one. And then they had a link to their store where they had copies. And so I decided to buy one and have it reserved for pickup the next day. So the next day I went there. 15 minutes after opening, and as she handed me my copy, she said they were already sold out. Weird, eh? So I did look again at other stores yesterday and today, and some places still don't have copies. But on the other side of it, I guess the sad news is that a store I often go to as well had a copy in black vinyl for $10 cheaper than what I paid, because I ended up with the marbled stone copy. So this is it. The Cure, which you've seen many times already. Songs of a Lost World. There it is, the hype sticker. This is the retail exclusive 1 LP marble stone heavyweight bio vinyl. So I think we're squarely in the bio vinyl trend now. I keep seeing those. So the back, it's kind of a dark cover. You know, I didn't really pay attention to the album jacket when I saw the thumbnail, but if you look at this, I thought this was just a rock, but it's actually a sculpture, and you can see the face down here. I guess I missed it on the thumbnail, but it's kind of a cool image. Right, so let me show you what's inside of here. We have another poster for the bedroom wall. It'll stay folded here in the jacket. Giant poster of the album cover, which is quite nice. The jacket has black cardboard on the inside, and then the inner sleeve, you know, that sort of gray stone motif is carried through. This has song lyrics and some credits. Of course, Robert Smith did all of the writing and arranging on this. Simon Gallup, who's been around with him for a while, and a couple other people, including Reeves Gabrels, who has been the Cure's guitarist for quite a long time, or a guitarist for quite a long time. I don't think he's appeared on any studio recordings, certainly not in the albums, but I did see him first as the guitarist in Bowie's Earthling tour when they played Toronto. So Bowie had him in the band, so that was kind of cool. And on the inside we have this gray stone-colored marble kind of look with those nice labels. So I'm happy to have that finally. I did listen to the first track that was released online, but I tried not to listen to anything else. But then I had to, because I watched the Cure's, the recording of the live stream. And of course, then I heard this. And so I got a sense of it before I listened to this. I have been through this, and I would say, you know, you're going to ask me, do you like it or not? And I would say, yes, I like it. It has that sort of dense, dark, bit foreboding Cure sound. I think it's like a slow-moving epic. It's too soon to say where this would land in terms of ranking of Cure records. It would be, it would take some more listens to figure that out. But I would say on, you know, third or so listen, I would say I really, really like this. You know, Cure has those kind of two sides to them, the sort of dirgy, heavy, dark songs, and then the more pop-oriented songs, if I can be so, make it, it's such a simple statement. And this is, you know, the album is kind of just dense, I would say. But I really do like it. There's always a bit of apprehension when an artist puts out an album and you're wondering if it's going to be good, and because you're concerned. But I think it is. So this is their 14th record, the first in 16 years. Previous one was 413 Dream from 2008. So we had to wait a long time. Over the years, I had heard stories about what was happening with The Cure. I think around the time of the pandemic, or maybe before, there was talk of having 3 Cure records coming out. And then there was the suggestion that there would be 2 Cure records in 2022. But we got this one in 2024. And if what I have read is to be believed, there will be more Cure, more upbeat Cure coming, according to Robert Smith. So something to look forward to. Maybe a resurgence of The Cure, because they've been quiet for a while in terms of studio recordings. But yeah, I think this is good. Take a few more listens, but I enjoy it. It's not something you could dance around the house to. It's a little more down tempo than that, but it's powerful. And I guess one other thing I should say is lyrically, it is the lyrical themes you'd expect from The Cure. In fact, let's just look at the first stanza for the track alone. This is the end of every song that we sing. The fire burned out to ash, and the stars grow dim with tears. Very Cure. So that's what you're in for, and I think it's really good. So I'd recommend that. If you're a Cure fan, you probably already have it. I had to wait. Next is a Chicago post-rock instrumental band called Tortoise. And this is called Rhythms, Resolutions, and Clusters on the Thrill Jockey label, which is a label I absolutely love. This originally came out in 1994. This is the 2022 30th anniversary for the band, because these tracks were all taken from the band's first record and remixed for this album. I'm not going to list everybody who took part in the remixing. It's either band members or other people. For example, Steve Albini remixed a track here, and then band members and some other people. They're all listed there, which you'll never be able to read, of course. This album jacket is really nice. This green portion is die-cut card stock. It looks like it was tipped on here. Really elegant. I really like that. This band has a bit of jazz, a bit of experimentation, krautrock, dub, rock, electronica. It's kind of an interesting band, and I love everything they've done. And if I ever see anything for a reasonable price, I will grab it. This is the sleeve it came in. And in fact, it is on golden yellow. It came with a download code, of course. I pretty much like everything on Thrill Jockey. Honestly, if there's something reasonably priced from them, I will buy it. You can't lose, according to me. And this was a good deal. A record store I went to had a sale on, which was a sale of some old stock, like new sealed stuff, but old stock, and they had it marked down. This was $20. I can't remember what the retail price was originally. I think around $40, so that seemed like a good deal to me. And a record for $20 these days, a new record for $20 is a steal, if you ask me. So that is cool. And then next one is this one. This is Jeff Tweedy's 4th record called Love is the King, which came out in 2020. But this is the 2022 deluxe reissue. It's a bit taller than your typical record. Not by much, but a little tiny bit taller. Here's the back. Love is the King. It has this either die cut or punch holes. I'm not really sure how they did that. It's a really heavy, thick, textured sleeve with this tipped on photograph. You can see that edge printing there. Now on the inside, we have a nice photo of I guess that's the loft. This was a lockdown recording because it was recorded at a time when we were all locked down and couldn't do much. There's a stitched in booklet here, which has, again, this die cut image. Then we have a photograph, and the rest of this booklet is lyrics and credits, which is really nicely done. Excellent, nice paper. And then, as I showed you the back here. So there's actually, because this is a deluxe edition, there's 2 records in here. The first is the Love is the King album, which is on what they call white marble, but it's really, I think it's gray actually. A bit of possibly white in there. That's the first record. And the second record is a live recording of all of those tracks plus one. So the 11 tracks from the first record are on here, and it's there's one bonus track. The last track is called The Old Country Waltz, which is a Neil Young track. So that's bundled with that. So If you know Jeff Tweedy and his work with Wilco and Uncle Tupelo, you're going to know what to expect here. It's Americana with a bit of a country tinge to it, mellow acoustic folky kind of thing. Very nice package. And again, this came from the same sale, so I think this was marked at around $60, and I paid $20 for a nice sealed copy of that. I would never have paid $60 for this. I wouldn't even have paid $40, but for $20, you got to go for it. Now, next one is this interesting record from Sparks. The Girl Is Crying in Her Coffee. There's the hype sticker. The critically acclaimed band's spectacular new masterpiece on 180-gram clear vinyl. When I looked at this first, I thought, is that the kind of mug you serve a latte in? More like regular coffee or cappuccino? I don't think, that some coffee hound should tell me if that's correct. But we do have a girl crying, her mascara is running. This is the alternate cover. So on this cover, you'll see Russell is looking down towards his newspaper. Other editions had the cover that's on the booklet that came with it of Russell looking up. A minor thing. But let's go back to the cover for a moment. Oh, I didn't show the back. And just have a look at the price tag here, because this was the original price in the record store, $74.99 Canadian, which if you convert that to American, it's a bit less. But who in their right mind is paying $75 for records? I mean, the reissue of the Church's Seance, I noticed, I looked it up on Amazon because it came up in a video by Ben Rankins, and it is now $89. Who would pay that? But I paid $20 for a sealed copy. It was marked down. So I was happy to with that. This is the booklet, which is really good. It has some images and the lyrics. A really nice looking booklet. Maybe this is why it cost $75, because they had to have this printed. Of course, I've known who the Sparks are for a long time. I do have some other Sparks on vinyl, and I watched the documentary some time ago, and that sort of reinvigorated my interest in the band, and I had to get this. And I would say this is terrific. I really thoroughly enjoyed this record. I'm looking forward to playing it again. Here's the inner sleeve with the crying girl and various coffees. That looks like a latte to me, but who knows? And it's on this nice clear vinyl with the girl crying and the coffee on the other. So that's a win because it's good, but it's also a win because it was $20. And lastly, this record from Dr. Feelgood, the singles, the United Artists Years Plus. This originally came out in 1989. This is the repressing from 2021. Here's the back with some photographs and all the tracks. So it's a double record. This is possibly the weirdest gatefold I've seen, maybe ever. So when you open it up, you get this essay from the original 1989 release written by Will Birch, which is fine. But this side of the gatefold doesn't open, it's sealed shut. This side is open, and both records presently are in this other sleeve. So why would you make a gatefold and not use the functionality of a gatefold? Does that seem really strange to you, to shove both records in there? Anyway, they did think to use polyline sleeves, and I'll pull it out. So image from the jacket, and then the track listing, which is quite nice. And I didn't say this is, I think many people know this band. It's a rock band from Essex. I don't know how, sometimes they subdivide genres into things. Rock is all like, rock is probably the correct designation. I'm not sure. I don't have anything else for the band, but I do know some tracks. So that was a good find too. And again, it was $20 marked down from around 40 or something like that for a sealed copy. So those were hard to pass up. So I'm happy to have that. And sadly, Wilco Johnson died in 2022. So interesting band. Anyway, all right, that's it for today. I will come back with another Recent Finds video in a few days, perhaps, or maybe sooner. We'll never know. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.